All right, let's get a checkup on what's happening here at home. The very latest on the pandemic in Santa Barbara County. Public Health Director Vondo Reynoso back with us here on Midday. Good to see you again. Let's start with where we stand right now. Cases, and I'm assuming most of them continue to be Omicron.
Yes, we believe that most of our cases are Omicron, as reflected in the surveillance work done by the state.
Cases, where we stand case rate wise, and how we're doing when it comes to people that are going and getting tested.
Sure. So we're seeing some fluctuations in our cases. We are currently reporting a case rate of 205.69 per 100,000. That is still significantly higher than where we need to be. But the good news is that it's less than what we were seeing just last week.
And we're looking at the dashboard here when it comes to what the county is seeing, and this was as of yesterday's numbers. Any promising signs that we may be peaking?
I saw that we are on a downward trend, and really keeping my fingers crossed that we will continue to see that decline.
I know a lot of people still going and getting tested. What's the turnaround time for these tests on a typical day for somebody?
So the typical turnaround we heard from the state is anywhere from 2 to 3 days before they get their results. Unfortunately, this is unprecedented demand on our PCR testing sites at the community sites that we have.
Let's talk about hospitalizations. I mean, there's so many positive tests, but I guess the real number of how serious things are is what our hospitals are seeing. Give us the latest on hospitalizations in the county and where they stand.
We are seeing an increase in hospitalization. Our hospital capacity, including staff ICU beds, are at a critical stage. So looking at our hospital capacity, we're at 75% full capacity. And looking at our staffed ICU beds, we're at 95% full capacity. I don't know if you know this, but the high case rate is impacting our healthcare system as the hospitals, because of the increased numbers of people needing hospitalization. On top of that, combined with hospital staffing shortages from sick calls, COVID calls, our local hospitals are delaying elective procedures. And not only our local hospitals, but other healthcare settings, congregate settings, with outbreaks and staffing shortages, are being restricted in the number of patients or clients that they can admit. So we're seeing the anticipated effects.
This may go both ways, where you have a number of healthcare workers who are out. Is it that there aren't nurses or doctors to be able to staff those positions, or is it that there's more people inside the ICU? Or both?
I think it's both. It's both. We have our staff in the hospitals, in our healthcare system, are community members, and they're affected by the high transmission rate. And on top of that, there are community members who are needing to be hospitalized for COVID.
We heard from the White House this week that they are sending out these rapid tests to Americans. So go right to your house. You can sign up online. It's easy to do, covidtest.gov. They're also going to be sending face masks to people. So that raises the question, what's next? What should people be doing next when it comes to their health here in Santa Barbara County?
I think that we can continue to utilize all the tools that we have in place. We can, I'm sorry, I'm sneezing.
I did that this morning on TV. It was very embarrassing, but it was okay.
Yes. I think that I am so happy that our community members are having access to antigen tests. And I don't know if you know this, but Public Health ordered quite a significant of at-home antigen testing kits from the federal government. And we are in the process today of distributing that throughout our county. But with regards to what community members can do to help, with the high transmissibility of Omicron, it is so critical for everyone to wear an effective mask in indoor public spaces. Please keep socially distanced and limit the non-essential gatherings and crowds. I'm glad that you mentioned that the government is sending out masks. Soon they will be available at pharmacies free of charge as well. And as always, if you are not yet vaccinated, this is absolutely the time to do so. Seek testing if you are symptomatic or have been exposed. And I keep stressing this for everyone. Stay at home if you're not feeling well so you can prevent the spread of the virus. So any of these actions are great, but together they will protect you, protect the vulnerable community members, and protect the healthcare system.
Fondo Reynoso, Santa Barbara County Public Health Director, thanks for joining us here on Midday. We appreciate it, and we'll talk with you guys next week.
Thank you.